Hello, Internet Nation. Alex and Ashley here from one of my lesser angles. Anything that doesn't emphasize the double chin, that's a good angle. But I guess that's better. So I'm painting, and I slowly feel sobriety setting in. And as the sobriety sets in, I feel like, because I only had enough money to buy a dub, so I bought a dub this morning at 3 in the morning, and I just ran out. And, casually just waiting. I might buy another dub tonight from the same person, and then buy a half tomorrow when unemployment comes through. Hopefully it do. I filed at 12 in the morning on Sunday, the second I could, and I did the same thing last week, and it fucked up not only once but twice. The first time it said that it didn't go through, I guess, and the second time it said that I only worked one day when I put that I worked 3 days. So yeah, but I checked it this time, and it said that I worked 4 days. So it should go through, and hopefully it's here tomorrow like it usually is, so I cannot spiral into sadness, because that's usually what happens. I don't know. I just want to talk or vent or whatever. I wanted to make a video focusing on my shame and just exploring it, but I don't think I can focus enough right now. Maybe I should pap an Adderall. I've been painting this painting, and I don't like how it's coming out, because I didn't have any gesso, and because I didn't have any gesso, I didn't get to use any gesso, and apparently I didn't even get to look at the back of this. It doesn't bleed. But, apparently the front of this wood, or maybe it's the back of the wood, because this part looks really smooth, but as you can see, it's inside, and this part is, really, no, you can't see the not smoothness, but this side is really not smooth. And the paint that I'm using, which is very watery and liquidy, tends to just bleed unless I apply it very specifically with very specific amounts of paint. But I feel empty, and the more sober I get, the more empty I feel. And I'm not really sure what to do about that, because I don't know how to fill this hole inside of me. I don't know how to not need people, and I don't know, I just feel so empty in isolation. And I'm not even talking, don't get me wrong, at no point am I ever talking about quarantine, because this is my life. Outside, the only difference between my regular life and this is the number of dogs I get to interact with, and I guess the number of doormen I make small talk with, I guess. I don't know. I just feel really lonely. And it's so many people, which I find ironic, because it's I go through so many emotions. I posted that video that I posted this morning, and then I was thinking about it earlier after a bunch of people reached out, and I almost had started to panic over the fact that I had said the things that I said, and it's not the fact that I'm afraid of hurting people. It's a little bit of worrying that my words are going to get back to people who don't handle emotions well, so then they're going to come to me with a lot of aggression and anger because I want to fucking die. And I don't understand how a person can think that when somebody wants to fucking die, the best thing to do in that situation is to go at them violently and belittle them and make them feel lesser Because then it's like, cool, yeah, no, I totally wanted to die, but now I need to die. So thanks for that. Next time, just like, pull the trigger. Why don't you? And instead of just being like, well, I took this gun from you, and I'm not going to let you use it, but I'm going to beat you upside the head just so you're almost dead with it. I don't know, that's society. But I've just been, like, fixated. Because I guess, now that I think about it, that dream that I had, the one I talked about in the last video, that was only last night. I woke up in the middle of the night after having that dream, and I'm torn between saying it was traumatizing and it was scary. Because the thing about me is I like sleep. I like sleep a lot. There are times when I'm just like, I'm never gonna sleep, and times when I'm like, I need to sleep right now. I'm really depressed, like on a scale of 1 to 7, I'm at least an 11. So all I want to do is sleep and not be alive and be in pain and worry about food and drugs and all this other stuff that I usually worry about. But, I have ADHD, which tends to translate into multiple strings of consciousness at the same time, running rapidly through my head. So, it's really hard for me to distract myself. Usually you'll catch me listening to YouTube. And if anybody ever wonders why I have such a ridiculous number of YouTube hours racked up on my phone, it's because if I don't have something playing in the background, I'm going to remember how I feel, and then my thoughts are going to go crazy, and then I'm just going to be sad. Thinking about all the things that make me sad. Like this current haunting I'm experiencing, it's like, I don't know. I think I moved on to the next step, and I think I hate Leon now. I think I resent him deeply, and if you're a longtime viewer, you probably find this just as funny as I do, because I'm pretty sure I said somewhere, I know for a fact I had the thought, but I'm pretty sure I said somewhere in one of these videos, oh, in order for me to stop feeling this way or fight my heart, he's gonna have to hurt me really bad probably. But I don't think that's gonna happen because he's not in my life. Well, guess what? He came back exclusively with the intention on hurting you. Doesn't matter what his intentions actually are. All I fucking know is he knows what's gonna hurt me because I told him I'm very upfront with shit. If you hit me, I'm probably gonna hit you back, and I'm gonna say ow. So can't really argue that you're not doing it on purpose when you have the knowledge that if you do this thing, it's gonna hurt me, and then you proceed to do the thing, and then you're like, oh, why are you so upset? I don't understand. Well, I mean, maybe if you'd stop leaving your dunce cap at home. So, it's happened, and I hate him now. I think I'm gonna block him on everything, because I don't want to see his stupid face anymore, because I hate the feeling. I hate the way I feel when I see his stupid face. Literally, my heart just stops, and then I stop breathing, and I get anxious. I just, stop looking for that sound. Stop licking your lips. It's not for you. And then it's usually I get a little panicky. Because, his face is a reminder that I'm probably never going to be loved. Probably shouldn't say these things, but I don't know. I don't really have till November. How much can really change? Why are you staring at me like that? I ain't got nothing for you. How much is really going to change by November? That's a scary thing, though. Because it's all my life, I've looked for the silver lining in situations. I try to find a lesson in things. I try to do all these things. But then, at the end of the day, the universe is still it's what? You thought you were going to be happy? You thought you were going to be high? Nah, stop that. Stop it right now. delusional, crazy, insane, absurd. Stop. Just stop. Like, literally, even to this year. Like, I'm reminded of it anytime I buy something and it gets delivered through USPS. I don't think they delivered anything of mine on time. I had a package that was supposed to be here Saturday. It's like 10 o'clock on Monday. And it was in Brooklyn Sunday. It was supposed to be here in these hands Saturday. But, you know, it didn't get to New York till Saturday. Okay, whatever. It was in Brooklyn on Saturday. Okay, whatever. But then it had to go somewhere else. What are y'all doing? Why do you only hire people who are bitches, demons, and inept? Because, I mean, every USPS employee is not a bitch, but a lot of them are inept or Indian. But anyway, I don't know what to do. I don't. I feel fearful. I'm so fearful. Because it's like there's nothing I can do. Literally, these past few days, I've been falling asleep with, like, I've been listening to these meditation videos to, like, well, the past few days I've been listening to this one specific meditation video. It's for falling asleep and believing that things are going to be okay. And then I keep having these fucked up dreams. I don't remember what happened in the last dream. It might have been one of those dreams where I was having a panic attack and people were just like pointing and laughing. Okay, so maybe they don't point and laugh, but they do just blatantly ignore me. I don't know. And then I had this dream. Leon's been in my dreams a lot lately, and I hate that because it's stupid. It's stupid. For the past few years, it's been all about Kendra, which is funny because there was a warning of that, because after some time there became this girl and it was just like, oh yeah, well, I have to worry about her because, you know, my feelings don't matter, your feelings don't matter. All that matters is that this girl's gonna go crazy. Okay. I mean, that's cool, or whatever. My bed is wet for some reason. I don't know why. Or at least it's damp. I don't know why. But that's cool. That's cool. I just want to stop dreaming about him. Like, I don't know. That dream I had as a kid. Maybe I was an idiot for thinking he was telling the truth. Maybe I was an idiot for thinking he was the one. Or maybe I'm an idiot for not waiting longer. I don't know. So, like, after some time, I was like, rationalized it. I was like, so, like, that was a lot of likes. So I said to myself, what if I was supposed to find the one that I'm supposed to be with, and then, like, you know, we separate to go find ourselves. But then, you know, he was all like, yeah, no, I feel for her the way I felt for you. And I'm like, oh, oof. Ow. Cool. So it's like, you can't be the one if you also have the one? Because it's like, I'm totally down for multiple partners, but, like, at the end of the day, I'm still just gonna have, like, my main partner. You don't love anyone less, you don't love anyone more, but, like, you know, I'm gonna have one ride or die where we gonna die together. I mean, we don't have to die together, but, like, we gonna be in a solid foundation when we die, and it can't be having no possessive chicks on the side. Talk about, I don't want to share you because me feeling threatened is more important than your happiness and your freedom. Can you tell I'm feeling a little petty right now? I don't know. We're just gonna deal with it. We're just gonna deal with it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna let it out. And eventually it's gonna go the fuck away. I hope. Oh, Lord, I hope. I mean, I think about this dude every day. And I don't talk to a lot of guys. And when I do talk to guys, they usually remind me why I thought about him. But he's not the same person that he was back in the day. Now he's just like one of those other guys. He's just another guy that used me. Just another asshole. That's all that is. So, I don't know. He used to be like the only hope I had in guys. Like, I know some good guys, but they're not like good. You know, they're not great. They only really think about sex and money. Nobody's ever really like trying to help you on an emotional level. No one else had really seen me. But I don't know. Recently, I've been acknowledged, I guess. Some people told me some stuff that really meant a lot to me. Because one of the things that always really bothers me is if my life even makes a difference. It's like I always put myself, I don't always put myself, so I usually put myself in a position where I'm like open to people, as I say at the end of most of my videos. If you need somebody to talk to, my inbox is open. I'm not just going to send you to a suicide hotline, because I'm not a sadist that likes to watch my fans kill themselves basically on my suggestion, because I've called the suicide hotline. I don't think people who haven't called suicide hotlines are aware of what happens when you call a suicide hotline. One, there is a large chance you're going to get hung up on. And you know, I sat here for a minimum of 13 minutes to wait for somebody to answer the call while I'm like hyperventilating and panicking and freaking the fuck out, just for someone to pick up and then just be gargly as shit talking about hello. And as I'm sitting here trying to gather myself, because you know they just picked up randomly and are like hello, but you know I'm suicidal, so I'm in the middle of crying my eyes out because I want to kill myself. And you know, usually when you want to kill yourself, you kind of cry about it, because unless you're like, nope, done, I hate life, fuck this shit, I'm out, gave it a try, but this shit is nuts, ain't for me, bam. Unless you one of them niggas, usually you like, oh geez, I'm in a lot of pain and I keep trying to reach out, but nobody's really like hearing me, and I'm trying my best, but I really can't take it, and this is a lot of pain. And I ain't got nobody to talk to. I ain't got nobody to hold me. I ain't got nothing to... Even my therapist sucks, man. And I got a drug addiction. But how am I going to pay rent if all my money's going to drugs? I don't know what to do. And this cycle is crazy. And this system is crazy. And I just can't take it. I don't want to be a part of it. But nobody's listening to me. So I don't even know if anybody's going to give a fuck if I'm not here anymore. Man, this shit's too much. I'm just going to... Huge difference between those two things, you know? I hope you know the difference, what I'm talking about. Like, there's just a difference between niggas that's just like, I'm done, this ain't for me, suicide is the answer, I'm out, peace. And then niggas that are just like, you know, I don't want to be in pain every single day. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to live life like I'm being tortured every single fucking day. Like, I'm a man of God. I say my Hail Marys, right? Yet why do I have to suffer with nightmares? Like, I'm trying to get over something. Why do I have to be reminded in my subconscious? Like, you know? How was I going on that tirade? I'm all over the place, and there's so much on my heart, and I don't even want to talk right now. I just want to be held. And I'm bummed because I thought I was going to be going to Texas to get away, but apparently I had to pay my own way there, which I was under the impression that would be paid, but I guess not. I don't know. People aren't consistent. Usually what I think is usually right, because I remember conversations and I'll set things up in my mind. So I'm like, yeah, no. Okay, so you're going to pay for me to come there? Bet. So, I mean... maybe when I get myself out of my funk, I can actually take that step towards sobriety. But no. Sobriety for you, sweetheart. No hugs and kisses for you, sweetheart. No time with people for you, sweetheart. No time out the city for you, sweetheart. You know what you get? You get a nice shiny razor. You like those shiny razors. I do. I do like shiny razors. They're so good. I have like these boxer razors. Like these razors right here. And they are so good for like, I'm trying to think of like all the things, like plastic, cut Nendo heads with these things, hard plastic, ooh, beautiful. It just cuts everything like it's fucking butter. Even your arm, Used one of those to fuck up my relationship with myself. Haha, last year after my birthday. This has been a weird year. So, I don't know what I want to do. I want to smoke less, worry less, but sometimes I just get so anxious. Like, I'll just be sitting here minding my business and then just boom, anxiety, and I'm just like, why am I thinking about him again? Why do I think about him so much? What the fuck is wrong with me? Sometimes I was suicidal before I met this nigga, and super suicidal after I knew this nigga, and it's just like, what I gotta do to forget you is like, you just straight up lied to my whole existence, and then you wanted to be a fucking asshole and blame me for giving up. Hello, have you seen a single video posted on this YouTube page? Cause a bitch is still trying to give the fuck up. So maybe shut your stupid ass up and stop projecting. Stop making it seem like you don't have the ability to make a choice in your own life. Cause you chose this path. Like, you have an easy out. No holds barred, no strings attached. But you don't want to believe that a bitch can change and grow. So, if you want to project like that because you, a bitch, can't change and grow, that's all on you, sweetheart. Because I changed. I grew. I'm so fucking depressed. I'm so fucking anxious, though. Because, don't help that you lied. But that's just how it is. Niggas just want to keep hurting you and then keep blaming you for why they hurt you, I guess. Niggas want to tell you they ain't making you feel uncomfortable even though they won't leave your room. Trying to talk about, oh yeah, no, I just want to fuck you. Why you being a prude? Why you being a prude? I want to have sex with you so I can know if we're compatible. But why you being like that? What? I'm not making nobody feel uncomfortable. Why you guys like that? Why you guys like that? They ain't all trash, but they ain't all good. I don't want to talk to me. I swear to God, you'll never want to talk about nothing of any fucking substance. I'm gonna look back on the fact that I'm always saying y'all don't want to talk to me, kind of like mocking my pastor, and I'm just gonna laugh. Maybe one day I'll be a pastor. Okay. You know what? I probably said this already, but if you watch this video and you want to join my cult, I know that kind of seems like it's out of nowhere, but what better time than now to start my cult? If you want to join my cult, message me. We can be in a cult together. It's called a love cult. You don't have to die. You just have to practice unconditional love. Hear me up. And then I could do sermons about unconditional love and what that means. We could take some verses from Bibles, not even just the Christian Bible, all the Bibles, decipher it, talk about it. I will totally lead this. Let me be your God, you guys. That could be fun. I mean, here in the love cult, we don't worship. I mean, you can worship, but I know, don't worship me, you guys. No false gods. No false gods. I'm not trying to go down the way this nigga's gonna go down. No, not that nigga. The other nigga. The nigga that most people worship, not the one that created the universe, but the one that was created by the one that created the universe, technically Satan, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Not yet. So, here in the Love Cult, we don't worship me. Please don't worship me. You can love and admire me a great deal. You can do anything that I tell you to do, but just make sure that you're putting the Creator before all things, because it's the Creator that gives us our power. It is the Creator that gives me my divine power. So join my cult, and together we will worship the Lord, the one true Lord, the one that made everything and all things, the one that is time itself. God is a woman. That laugh. I feel a little bitter, but only because I was laughing. The second I stop recording, I'm going to be like, oh my god. Bud? Can I smoke something? But not yet. Not yet. I need hugs and snuggles, and I don't know how to get that in a safe space. I guess I can think of a few people to ask to snuggle, but a lot of the times you always gotta worry about hands wandering and shit, because males are not to be trusted. I don't know what to do with myself. Part of me finds a comfort in talking. I guess it's because I don't get to do a lot of talking. So then when I just ramble at a camera, it makes me feel a little bit better. Because then maybe I feel less alone. Oftentimes I kind of like blank out and get lost in thought, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I find myself panicking a lot of the time, and it's like I think of all these solutions, all these things that I should do, and then I don't really know if it's gonna help, because it doesn't solve the problem. I don't know. All I know how to do is make things. I don't know how to fix the problems that other people created. I don't know how to convince myself that I'm not alone when I'm always alone. It's nice having people online, but at one point you want to call somebody and have like a person in your life. People don't realize how difficult it is to be alone, because when they hear be alone, they always think, oh yeah, be alone, spend time by yourself. But then they never think about oh yeah, no, alone, always by yourself. Never talking to anyone, never seeing anyone in person. You don't have a partner, you don't have parents, you don't have family, barely see your roommates, barely see anyone, barely talk to anyone, barely look at anyone. It's hard. I don't have that relationship with my parents to where it's I can call them my best friend, or even really talk to them about stuff, because even now it's so hard for me to be open with them, because it's how do you talk to conservative parents about being gay or identifying as a boy or identifying as neither gender or potentially wanting a sex change or no sex at all. How do you talk to them about that? I'm not even sure how to have the conversation with my mom of oh, was I a product of rape? I'm tired. Physically tired. Emotionally tired. I want some bud. I'm gonna go. Bye, Internet Nation. Until next time, know that you are loved by this guy, and that guy, and that guy, and that pretty lady. If you need someone to talk to, my inbox is open. Hopefully, if you're struggling with shit, you find the courage to reach out. Maybe to me, maybe not to me, maybe to your parents or your friends or someone you feel close to. Together we can all make a better, brighter, more loving world. I don't know what's going on with my skin, it kind of burns. Well, bye.
Risposol, a mixture of water, corn, and sugar, and a piece of bread. Not much.